out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Wentz. This is brought in by Gibson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. 4 receivers now in the formation, 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
56, check 56. No chance. Hey, let go. Mike 56. 3 buzz. Mike 56. Mike 56. Go.
Wentz now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
24 is the mark. You're going to see me in your nightmare. 24 is the mark.
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. Aguilar has it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Here we go, here we go. Ready? Switch up, switch up. Here, shoot. 56, Mike, 56, right there, right there.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
They'll run with Sanders. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now.
Sunday. Hang in there now. Hang in there now. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56.
Wentz going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but now it's third and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
56. Mike, hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Hey, let's get on.
Here's Wentz to throw. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now Haskins on 1st down. Throw left side complete. It's Harrington. The 40. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 76 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the 20. Yard line. At their own 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Hey, watch 7. Watch 86. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. This on 7. We own them. We own them. Buzz. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. 21.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number?
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Paul Richardson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Solid. Watch out. Check. Lefty.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Wentz now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him, 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Throwing is Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
24 is the mark.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to like a good golfer.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
On third down, Gibson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Swing! Watch the slap. Sunday. Slap. Say. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56. Mike, 56. Right. 5'9". You get blocked. Hey, wahoo! You get blocked, man. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Here we go. 56 to Mike.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. The 20. 56. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On play action, it's Wentz. Rolling to his right. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want any win kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
This is Love, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this of intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. Sunday. Check 52. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, empty.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Goodwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
On first down, Gibson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 17, Wentz. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great 15. Ram. Hey, orbit.
Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Waiting. Here I come.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They come out here in the I. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Great 15.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. That's kind of an interesting decision. 1-score game, 3rd quarter. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm willing to go out on the limb on this one and go for it. And here's why. If I set it up right now and go get the touchdown, I'm in firm control of this ball game, and my team has a ton of confidence. If I don't get it, hey, I rely on my defense. And if somehow they go downfield on me and score, so be it. I want to be in control and in firm control right now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Haskins. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Harrington. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, this is Geis. And some space here. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on third and goal. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Let's find 7. 24 is the mic. Rick. Black. Shift. Hey, Charlie.
Now Wentz. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Wentz now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. On 2nd and 9, Wentz, man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. You better be.
Wentz now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 21st touchdown of the season. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
56.
Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Bravo. 24's the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. 24's the mic. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24.